I don't remember there being an island there. Oh, it's just a crumb. Oh, hello. I was just enjoying my atlas. An atlas is a big book of maps. But to truly enjoy an atlas, you really have to know how to read maps. And that's a skill that you have to learn. So actually, we're going to start learning that today. We're going to learn the parts of a map. And we're going to identify the parts of a map and use them to get information from a map so we can start learning those map reading skills. Let's jump right in. First is the title. That should show me what I'm looking at. This is the United States, and my title tells me that. Next is the distance scale. Okay, the distance scale shows me how far apart the places on the map are in real life. Okay, the whole United States doesn't really fit on a computer screen. Okay, it's not really just a couple of inches from one end to the other. Okay, this is actually very much a lot small. I don't remember there being an island there. Oh, it's a crumb. Oh, hello. I'm just enjoying my atlas. An atlas is a big book of maps, but to really enjoy an atlas, you really have to know how to read maps, and that's what we're going to learn about today. Okay? So, today, you're going to identify the parts of a map and use them to get information from a map. So, let's jump right in. My map title, it's going to show me what I'm looking at, what region my map shows me. In this case, it's the United States. Also, very important is my distance scale. The whole United States doesn't really fit on a computer screen. It's not really a couple inches from one coast to the other. And so the distance scale is going to show me how far apart the places on the map are in real life. The key or the legend is probably the most important part of the map. It's going to show me what information I can find on the map. So in this one, I see that I can find deserts, I can find tropical forests, and I can find mountains. And my key tells me that. Also, the compass rose telling you which direction is north. And that's going to be very important. We're going to see why in a little bit. So, important points to remember is your title should tell you the place and type of map. The map key should show you the information that the map gives you. Let's look at some examples. What do my title and key tell me? Well, my title tells me I'm looking at the United States, and my key tells me, well, it tells me that this map shows me the natural features of the land. These are all created by nature. My key kind of tells me what I won't find by showing that there's not a symbol for cities or capitals. So if I want to know how far away Baton Rouge and New Orleans are, I'm going to need a different map. That's not in my key. That's not the information that this map is going to give me. What information does the key tell you here? Now I see very cold, cold, warm, hot, and I see the different colors that I can find on my map. So my key shows me that this map will tell me what the climate is like, right? How hot or cold a place is. You have maps that can teach you all kinds of things about a place. So let's practice finding these parts. Now, this boring black and white map is pretty good, but thanks to the magic of computers, I can make it color. Now, it's still going to have all the parts of a map, so that's what we're looking at here. Look at your chart. We're going to fill this out. What is the title of this map? Well, it's nice and big at the top, Louisiana. Fill that in. Draw the compass rose. Let me find my compass rose. North, east, south, west. Okay, I'll draw it there. How many miles are shown on the distance scale? Go back to my distance scale. I see 100 miles. I'll fill that in. What is one thing you see in the key? My key, state capital, city, water, state boundary. I don't even have to put one thing. I can put four things. My key shows me four different things. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the compass rose. Now, the compass rose is going to tell you which direction is which. And that's going to be very important on a map because sometimes you're going to have a map and it's going to look like, okay, the map shows me I need to go that way. But what if I'm facing this way? I need to know which way is north so I know which way to face my map, okay? So that's where your compass rose is. It's going to show you which way north is on the map. I want you to go ahead and fill out a compass rose for practice on part 3 of the worksheet. So at the top, we're going to have the north. The north is always going to face the North Pole. On any map, it's going to face the North Pole. East, south, and west. Go ahead and record those on your compass rose. Now, we're not done yet because you might notice that, hey, if I want to go from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, well, it's kind of north and it's kind of west, but it's kind of in between. Well, the compass rose knows that and it'll accommodate that. So we also have what we call intermediate directions, okay? And those are northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So if I'm in New Orleans and I want to go to Baton Rouge, well, it's not just north, it's not just west. I need to go northwest. Good. That will help us be a little more exact in how to get from one place to the other. Where is one place in relation to another place? Those directions will help us. Let's take a minute to go over some of these questions that are on the bottom of your sheet. You have some boxes on part 3 to draw some compass roses, but before we do that, I want to take a look at these questions. If you wanted to go from Lafayette to Lake Charles, which direction would we go? Here's Lafayette. I want to go from Lafayette to Lake Charles. Which direction is this? If you wanted to go from Louisiana to Texas, which direction would you go? Now, the whole state is Louisiana, and I see Texas is over here. So I'm going to go from Louisiana to Texas. Louisiana to Texas. Which direction is this? Good. That's a little bit of practice about what it's like using directions and how you can use directions to read a map and tell where places are in relation to each other. It's an important skill to have to be able to use maps. Now, you're going to have some more practice in your packet today. I want you to take it seriously. This is an important skill. It's going to come back all year, so let's get it right at the beginning, okay? Have a great day.